another installment of Sentinel Comics RPG character creation. We are on part 4 of creating Chillstorm. And if you have not caught the other videos, links will be down in the description below. But you can just take a look. We're on part 4, like I said, and we got one more part after this one, and we will be done. Why are you taking so long, servant? Geez, well, as you can see, it takes a little bit. And I like to do these deep dives so you guys know, will you like this system? Will you like this game? Oh, I don't want you going in going, well, I'll take a shot. Nah, there's no reason for you to do that if I am willing to do the work for you. So that's why it takes a little bit of time. At the end of this series, you'll know whether or not this is a game that you want. And some of you have already made that decision. So good on you. But I'm also having fun creating the character. So there's always that. Hey, y'all, your boy, Servant, in the hizzy with RPG Elite. And what we do here is put the RP back into RPG. And how I do that, is by giving you some tools and some tips and some tutorials and some real talk about the tabletop RPG space and culture. On the other side, I have the question of the vid. Let's do this like Brutus, because you always knew this. And roll 'em. So now we are going to move on to creating the personality of our character. Now here it says we're going to roll the dice that we gained from our archetype. So let's go back to that so we can see what dice that we needed from the last video. And we did part of this down at the bottom. It always tells you what you're going to need. So if I go to the elemental manipulator here, it says down at the bottom that I have to roll 2d10 for personality selection. But for this next part, I'm going to roll those 2d10, and then I'm going to consult the personality table. So let's pull up the personality table. The personality table here, we're going to have 3 results as we've been doing. So again, I'm doing a mix of the constructed and the guided method, which we talked about in the very first video. For this particular one, we're going to have 3 results. You're going to roll 2d10, and you're going to look at the result of each d10, and then you're going to add them together to get your third result. Now, I already know, because I've already chosen, but I'm just going to see if we can hit the one that I have chosen, or just to see what are some of the other ones that we land on. So let's roll them bones and see what we get here. And it looks like we're going to get a 1 and a 10. And so that's going to be 10, 1, and 11. So let's take a look on the table here, see what we have. We have a 1, that's Lone Wolf, which is definitely not Chillstorm, so we ain't going to do that. 10 is Alluring. Not so much. Not for my boy. Stoic. Nah, that's not him either. Actually, the one that I had chosen for him was Stalwart. So let's take a look at Stalwart. So this is what it looks like for all your different character traits. You're going to have 3 things for your status dice. Now, I'm not going to explain what status dice are, but we're going to get into it a little bit when we get into health. So just kind of like stick a pin in that. The very first thing that you're going to do for your personality is the same exact thing for every single personality quality. You're going to make up a quality based on your hero's backstory, and you're going to assign a D8 to it. This is going to be a custom quality for your hero. Let's take a look at how all of that works. So here is some examples of creating that special quality. And let's take a look up here to just get the details. It says in general, instead of being a specific skill or quality in this case, you're going to lean more towards something that sums up multiple parts of the hero. So it says a high concept, an elevator pitch, something that encompasses the essence of this character. So rather than religion at a D8 that only covers a narrow subset of your background, you could instead take peaceful theologian at a D8, which encompasses more possibilities and says more about your hero. So that is the kind of direction you should go with this. And they give you a couple examples. Let's look at a couple of these. It says here, Maya Montgomery runs Montgomery Industries. After her parents retired, her business acumen, not to mention her vast resources, aren't represented elsewhere, so she gets the wealthy CEO D8 quality. Again, specifically tailor-made for Maya. Down here we have dun dun dun, the hero heritage represents the American dream in superpowered hero form. When he does something to uphold these ideals, or at least does something in front of reporters while the stars and stripes flies in the background, he can call upon the America's finest D8 quality. So you get this idea of this it's kind of generalized, but it's kind of tailor-made for the essence of whatever your hero is. So I've already done this, by the way. So let's go over to Chillstorm's character sheet and we take a look at his special quality. For Joab's special quality, I took Nature-Loving Inventor. And it says Chillstorm created his powered suit to assist in natural conservation. Whenever he uses his abilities to protect nature, he can call upon his Nature-Loving Inventor quality. Now, the reason why I did that is because if you remember, this character is based off of a friend of mine who passed away, just my brother from another mother of a different color. He was a nature lover. He actually went to college to be he had like a degree, I want to say associate's degree or something like that, be a park ranger or something like that. He went to a specialized college. And I know that he was nature loving. So that's part of Jim's character. So I'm meshing this all together with Chillstorm and everything, but it's based loosely on Jim. He's got that nature loving inventor, or nature loving inventor. The next step is going to be the out ability. The out ability is something that you have when your character is out of a scene. What that means, I'll explain that later on if we get to it. But let's look at this. It says you're going to be able to defend an ally by rolling your single, and you can choose whatever power die. I've already done that for Chillstorm. At the very bottom here, I put defend an ally by rolling your weather control single die. Go back up, and that's going to be a D10. And then at the bottom of the personality, we've had choose 2 red abilities. That technically is the next step, so let's go there. Today's video is sponsored by the Toledo Game Room. The Toledo Game Room is your hub spot for all of your gaming needs. So whether it be board games, miniatures, collectible card games, and of course, our personal favorite over here at RPG Elite, tabletop RPGs. You choose from a variety of hundreds of products, and it's free shipping for orders over a Benjamin, and that's $100 for y'all who ain't hip. If you're in the area, take a look at their event calendar when there's always something going on. You can check them out online at thetoledogameroom.com. So for step 5 here, we're going to choose our red abilities, and we're going to choose 2 red abilities, picking from the list that corresponds with the category of the power or quality that you will use for this ability. Let's look at that in a little bit more detail so we can understand what that's talking about. So here it tells us that we choose the 2 red abilities, and they're grouped together by power and quality category. But you must have a die assigned to a power or quality in a category to use with an ability from that category. For Chillstorm, he has 4. Let's take a look at those. The most obvious is the elemental energy powers. That's what he has with the weather control, with the cold control, and all the rest of that. So he's going to be able to choose from this table. That doesn't mean that he chooses both of his red abilities from this table. That just means that this category is available to him to choose from. But he has 3 more. The next one is technological powers. Remember, all of this stuff is coming from a power suit. So he'll be able to choose from this category also. information qualities is next, because you remember at the very beginning of this character creation series, I went ahead and I chose, he was an academic, and so he chose science, technology, medicine. All of those are information qualities, skills. So he will be able to choose from this bank of red qualities also. And lastly, remember I chose flight. And so mobility powers is going to be another category he will be able to choose from. Now, there also is a caveat of a couple other things here. It says if an ability doesn't use a power, depending on the ability or quality, like an inherent ability or something like that, then you have to have a power or quality rated at D6 or higher in that category in order to take it. Or some red abilities also specify that they can only be used with a specific power or quality instead of just any power from the category. I don't think I'm going to choose any of those, but I don't know. So I have to go in here and, take a look. So he has 4 different categories that he is going to be able to choose from, which is quite a bit. And he's only going to be able to choose 2 from those. So let me do that. And let me tell you what I got on the other side. Well, goodness, that took a whole lot longer than I expected. Behind the scenes here, it took a little bit. I had a lot of options, had to read through them. Some of them were pretty good. So just trying to whittle that down to 2. Took a second. Okay, let's go down here at the bottom. Take a look at the red abilities. First one is a force field. It's the defensive ability. The original name of it was intercession. I renamed it force field. If you go down to the mobility powers here, it's called intercession. It says when multiple nearby heroes are attacked, you may take all the damage instead. If you do, roll your and put in whatever power die plus your red zone die and defend against the attack by the total. And the power that I chose to do that was my powered suit model tech 1. If we go up here to our powers, see there? I got a D10 in that. So I think that's pretty good. It probably has a pretty good force field there. And then the second one I chose from the information qualities, and I renamed it Tech Whiz with specialized info. It says overcome using technology. So my technology quality, use your max plus your min dice. And if you go back up here to my technology, folks, that's a D12. That's why I'm saying Tech Whiz, baby. D12 on that. So those are the 2 red abilities I've chosen for Chillstorm. And we've just got 2 more steps, y'all. Having a lot of fun, though. Having a lot of fun creating Chillstorm. And if you like what you see already, then like I said before, links for this is down in the description below. Go ahead, go grab some, even a digital, or grab yourself a hard copy. Know what I mean? Hey, if you got any value out of this video today, then could you do a brother solid? I'm going to try to be very, very dignified about this. Could you go ahead and could you crush the like button? Also, if you want to stick around, come out with videos, God willing, every Tuesday and Friday. And so you can hit that subscribe button and a notification bell. Let's get to the question of the vid right now. I'm surprised I haven't asked this question. Should have been one of the first questions I asked in this series because it's just kind of like one of those obvious ones. But I want to know who your favorite super powered hero or villain is and why. Let's get some engagement going down in the comments below. Okay, well, that's it. That's all I got, y'all. We got one more in this series. Like I said, don't know when we're gonna put that up, but keep it locked, all right? So right now, let me do my snaggle post.
Selected, stage left.
Hey, if you got a game this week, happy gaming, y'all. I pray it is an RPG Elite session. So until next time, God willing, your boy's just gonna have to say, peace, y'all. 5,000 leets. Yep, that means I am out.